early morning walking meditation in the hills. Bring out the best in you. The theme of my reasoning this morning is the word solitude. You could also add the word silence to this discourse. I call this my walking meditation. One thing that exercise does, in exercise, the mind and body have a conversation back and forth, each trying to convince the other of what should be done, what could be done, what may be done. And then your spirit adjudicates. Your spirit silently listens and learns and grows as a result of it. This thing called silence. The poet Rumi says that silence is the voice of God. The wisdom tradition called the Bible also tells us, "Speak, Lord, thy servant hear it." We're also admonished that, when you pray, you should go in your closet and lock the door and you communicate with the Supreme in silence, quietly. But some people believe they should shout and make as much noise as possible. I ask the question, is your God deaf? Knowest thou not that God listens to your heart and not your lips? Because lips can say anything. This thing about the cells of your body. Every cell in your body, the 50 trillion cells in your body, are constantly eavesdropping on your thoughts and your emotions. Yes, your thoughts, that's the language of your mind. Your emotion and feelings, that's the language of your body. So there's this constant conversation going on, and your spirit listens and learns. We use the word listening quite broadly, probably a closer thing where the Rastaman say overstand, much broader, much deeper. Or even Robert Heinlein in his book Stranger in a Strange Land talks about grok. Grok, to totally understand something. So yes, this is what silence and solitude is all about. It enables us to truly comprehend. It increases the space between your thoughts, allowing new ideas to come into your mind. Do you realize that by the age 30, 85% of what you do on a daily basis is based on habits? What you have done before, what you have done before, what you have done before. Very few new thoughts come into your mind. But if you give it space, if you are silent, if you enter into solitude and just listen. When I say listen, the listening is broader than just with your ears. It's with your heart. It's with your soul. It's with your spirit. Just listen. So you owe it to yourself to start your day as much as possible in solitude, with silence. If you spend so much time around noise and with noise, how will you hear the voice of God? Silence, Rumi says, is the voice of God. All else is a poor translation. So the word for the day is solitude. The word for the day is silence. You seek some of it. Ideally, you start your day with it. During the course of the day, things get kind of hectic. Slow down, step aside, close yourself off as much as possible. I was talking with a colleague of mine and a medical doctor, and he was saying that the height of the pandemic, which we still are, when he's going through the stressful issues of the day, one of the things he does, he takes lunch to work. And he goes to the garage, goes to the car park, turns on the AC, and sits in silence in his car. He may even play some music in the background, something that is soothing to the soul, while he eats his lunch in silence. So I say that meditation is my medication. I strongly encourage some of that for you today. Some silence. Not say nothing. Just listen to what's not being said. When I start my day in the hills, I'm talking to you from, again, the highest point, and I start off with no intention in terms of, so what will I speak about? I say, let you know what, let me make myself the vessel. Let me be silent. Let me walk in silence. Empty my mind. Oh, by the way, you know that your heart and lungs, the only thing that strengthens your heart and lungs is this thing called exercise. And COVID also strikes at the lungs many times. There's no medication that can do that job of strengthening the heart and lungs that this thing called exercise does not and cannot do. So my word to you today is solitude. Seek it, nurture it. There's a saying, you should remain silent unless what you are about to say is more important than the value of the silence. It's also been said that your silence may be misinterpreted, but can never be misquoted. Sometimes we just chat too much. The word today, solitude, silence. Listen. You will hear the voice of God. You will get insights into what you should and should not do. As I said, that the sun just came up a little stronger, and I feel it as an affirmation. So, have a wonderful day. Have a wonderful day. Enjoy as much silence as you can facilitate. Sometimes turn off the music, turn off the noise, and listen to the voice of God. Have a wonderful day.